Hey guys, happy Monday. How are you? I hope you had a great weekend. And welcome those of you that may be seeing this that don't know who I am or what you have run across on social media, maybe on your feed. My name is Amy Howard, and I am the mother maker here at A Maker Studio. And it's exciting. We've got a lot of fun and great things that are taking place. I can't tell you all of them right now, but just trust me and know that I've always used the terminology of I love crafting a beautiful life. And I love teaching you how to be able to create things that are going to make your life more beautiful. And we're going into the Easter season. A lot of you have been working through celebrating and really focusing on Lent, and I love that. And so, as we're getting closer and closer to Easter, I thought it would be fun to do a giveaway. And so, I've been working on a project and a new mold, and I want to be able to show you. But I thought, you know what? I would rather give this to our amazing followers as a gift because a lot of them are crafters already. They love being able to do our projects and use our products. And so, why don't we make this more fun and have it that way? We can give it as a gift to you because as we celebrate Easter, salvation is a free gift that's given to us. And so, what we have done, I want to show you one of the molds, and this is actually the final product that I have been working on. Look at this. A lot of you have asked, and we did this. And to be quite honest with you, I have not finished my little terrarium type thing that I'm going to be working on creating with a pot on the side. I want to do like a little rock that's been rolled away. And I thought, how fun is it, depending on your maybe if you have orchids on your table, if you do fresh flower arrangements, maybe how you dress your Easter table, being able to have it to where you can create name cards for where people are going to be sitting, all those type things, you can actually use this mold. Y'all know the silicone molds allow you, this is this mold, let me hold it up. The silicone molds allow you to be able to do so many different things. You can bake with these. So you could make little cakes. You can make little brownies out of these. They will go in the oven just fine. You know, the other thing that I love doing, and I'm getting ready to show you how I did this one with my eco powder. The eco powder is a game changer when you are crafting and you're making things with your molds. The other thing is you can also, with the mold, you can use the resin. So I want to show you as far as, can you see that? I like painting the backs of my resin pieces because this one I did in Bauhaus Buff. It allows my flowers and things to be able to just kind of show up. The cool thing about it is these make great paperweights. They make great things to be able to set on. Maybe you like to have an open Bible on your desk or on your nightstand or whatever. You can just set this cross down on it. I think it's just a really cute decorative item. But also you can put these in your flower arrangements, maybe in your grass. I think Jean's going to bring me one in just a second that I did with mine. I've got it in the freezer because it's trying to cool down. But I wanted you to be able to see some of the cute things that I've done. And I'm going to turn this down because I want to walk you through how to be able to use it. But here's the fun thing. We're not selling the molds. We're going to give them to you as a gift. So that way, I want you to do a couple of things. I want you to take advantage of the discount code that we have today. And it's called Easter 20. And so everything from the eco powder to our flowers to our wax to our copycat, all the things that I'm going to be showing you, you can get 20% off. Just use the code Easter 20. And then that way, if you spend $75 or more, we're going to include the mold absolutely free. So it's just going to be part of our gift to you in celebrating Easter, because I think this would be a really fun thing for you to do. If you are, if you're a believer, if you love Jesus and you want to be able to use Easter as a celebratory time to be able to share with your friends, I think this would be a fun thing to do, to be able to make little cakes, little brownies. You can decorate them. There's so many fun things that you can do. Or you can do what I'm getting ready to show you. I love doing the dried flowers on the cross. I think that is absolutely adorable. All right, so I want to be able to, what? James just brought me, I have, helped me, Hannah. I should have done this earlier. Okay, I should have done this earlier. So you can also, remember with the silicone molds, you can make candles. And so I should have done that. I literally just made this. Look at this. Is this the most adorable cross candle? Look at that. So all I did with this is I did my white pigment, which you can add any pigment powder to our beeswax, put it in your mold, and look at this. Look at this adorable candle. So if you've got a fireplace mantle, or you want to be able to have this on your your table, however you want to be able to set your Easter table, this is an adorable candle made with this mold and our beeswax and our pigment. Look at that. Love it. So, so cute. You can add fragrance to it if you want to. This would also be a great happy. Don't y'all like that idea? A happy of having it, your guest that came. It is pouring down rain here. Can y'all hear that? You can put these little cellophane bags, put a little pink ribbon around it, maybe put a scripture verse in it if you like, and this would be a great gift to be able to give. People will absolutely love it. So, love that. It's a sweet, sweet candle. Now, as always, make sure that you share this video, tag some good friends that you know love crafting a beautiful life, and your name is going to go in for a drawing, and we're going to be giving away this amazing cross mold. But the other thing is, it's not for sale. It's going to be a free gift to those of you that purchase $75 or more. Take advantage. We have a big clearance section on a Maker Studio. There's a lot of products that in there on the clearance section. Take advantage of that. And then use the code Easter20, so that way you can take advantage of the eco powder and the flowers and things that we have on sale today because of the live. So I'm going to go in and turn this down. Say, hey, as you pop on, let me know that you where you're tuning in from. And I'm going to go in and turn this down because I want to be able to show you. So, all right. So that way you can see. I love just knowing where you're from. I always say we're sisters from different mothers, but it's a lot of fun to be able to create something that I think as believers is very, very important to us. The older I get, um, and I'm going to try not to cry, the older I get, and the more I realize the sacrificial gift that we have the opportunity to receive, because this gift of everlasting life, salvation with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, he died for us and he rose. I think that is what's so great about Easter. He has conquered death. Which can I get a shout out from anybody watching this that is that so loves that as well? So I thought, how fun would it be for us to be able to give away these molds to you guys and be able to show you all the different projects that you can create with it. So now this one I did out of my resin and the flowers. That those of you that may not know, we have a lot of great dried flowers. I'm going to show you how to be able to use these on a Maker Studio, and you can also get these 20% off today with the code Easter20. And then this one I did with just eco powder. You know, this is not something that, with the crosses, of course, we can use these all year long in a lot of different decor. The way this is done, it easily stands up on its own. So that way, if you want to, that way you could have these in a bookcase. You can have these laying down, however you want to be able to just kind of display it. You could make little wreaths to be able to go around here. There's so many different things that you can do. But I want to show you how I did this one. This one was actually one of my favorites. I did it out of the eco powder, and then I used a combination of my image transfer, which those of you that love to do decoupage, you could decoupage these, but I like actually doing the dried flowers. So let me show you how to do that. It's so much fun and it's so easy. Now, the hope you can hear me okay. It is, the sky is falling out. It's raining so hard. So those of you that maybe don't know, we have a fabulous product called Eco Powder. And the Eco Powder, when mixed with water, it's just a powder. 2 parts Eco Powder to 1 part water. Stir it up. And a lot of times, if you love tinting it and making it into different colors, you can make it just really pretty. Now, I did this bowl and a tray in pink. I just thought with Easter, with all of the sweet spring, the color palette of everything that we're working on, that it would be a lot of fun to add red to the eco powder, make it pink. And I know it's rain. It is pouring down rain. The sky's dropped out. So hopefully you can hear me okay. But I want to show you how to be able to create these pink with your eco powder resin. And look at this. This was actually a bowl that I made on Amy Howard at Home. The same bowl in gray, but see, isn't it pink and the cute? And it's so cute in this pink color. So basically, what you're going to do is I'm going to mix up a little bit of eco powder. I want to make sure that I've got enough for my mold. Now, this is one of the most satisfying things you're ever going to make. I'm going to put this up here because I want you to be able to see. And I'm going to add just a little bit of red pigment. Now, I'm working with Legastuvian is the name of it. Now, a lot of people don't maybe know this, but when you are wanting to tint your eco powder, so that way you can get these really pretty colors. They're great in pink. They're great in rose color, pale yellows, creams. You can mix them up with your pigments and you can create all these custom colors. So I'm going to add a little bit of red in here. Boom. And it's always good to mix it in its dry form. That's going to allow you to be able to see what color it is. And as a rule, I kind of use the analogy like if you're cooking, please make sure that you blend this really well. So let's think about risotto, how you just have to kind of sit there over the stove and just kind of continue to stir it up. I want to make sure that your pigments are evenly distributed all throughout your eco powder, because otherwise you're going to get little red streaks, because that means that basically the pigment was not mixed up. So make sure that you've mixed it really, really well when it's in this dry form. And now I'm going to go in and add my water. So it's going to be about the consistency of pancake batter. Y'all heard me say this over and over again, but it really is, if I can use those analogies of cooking, it gives you an idea of like, okay, I understand the consistency of pancake batter. I don't want it to be too runny and I don't want it to be too thick. So now I'm just going to go in and add, I usually work with room temperature tap water. Try not to make sure that your water is too cold. It just will not mix as well. So I'm going to pour just a little bit in like that. Usually I add just a little bit of water first. And of course you can measure this and that will just kind of help you. And yes, Bobby, that was the red Legastuvian is the name of it. It's my red pigment. The eco powder is acting as my white. So that way that's going to give me this really pretty pink. So now look how I am mixing it up. I'll start to see some of that red pigment. Those streaks are kind of going away. I'll make it pretty thick, and then I come back and I add just a little bit more water. Now, not much, because I don't want to make it too thin. And let's stir this up. It's really good to just try to stir this for a couple of minutes to make sure that it's all evenly distributed. Guys, so as you pop on here, please say hello. Tell me where you're tuning in from, and if you have any questions, just put it in the chat on this Facebook page, and we will go back and answer them for you. But take advantage of today. We've got our clearance sale going on. We've got, you can go on a Maker Studio in the clearance section, and we have a code today that's called Easter 20. Easter 20 will allow you to, pardon me? Easter 25. Wow, that's big. Easter 25, which is going to allow you to be able to get a discount on the pieces that I'm showing you today. All right, so I'm happy with this color pink. Look at that. Didn't that just make you think of spring? Now I'm going to go on. Because I've got several things that I'm working on here and I want to show you. I'm going to go on and I've got this bamboo plate, and I'm going to put my mold on this bamboo plate, because that way I can move it away. Think about that when you're working on these molds, especially if you're working with the eco powder or you're doing wax. A lot of times I'll pour up my candles. And if you're popping on and just seeing this later, this is a sweet little candle that I made with this mold. So you can make cakes, you can do brownies, you can make waxes, you can do your resin in your flowers. You can do your eco powder. The versatility of this is absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to go on and pour this, mixed it up. You want to work fairly quickly. After you've mixed this up, you want to be able to pour it and allow it to sit out. I made the mistake of my bowl. I did it too quickly. So I really like the idea of allowing it to sit for a couple of hours. I know we get excited. We want to be able to reveal it, and it's so much fun. But it will harden up really, really good in about an hour. But if you can let it dry enough for 2 hours total, I think you're going to be much happier, especially if you're making things like the bowl. This is what I showed you the other day. If you want to do this mold, this is a fabulous piece to be able to make a candle container out of. All right, so I'm going to go in and pour this up. I'm going to pour it in the center and let it distribute. Now, this is going to dry down much lighter. It's going to go much paler. All right, so that's it. Let this set, let this dry for a couple of hours, and then we're going to be able to release it out of the mold. You don't have to put anything in the mold. It's not going to stick. You'll be able to pop it right out. All right, so, oh, I love that question, Bobby. All right, so let me tell you. So when you are working to make this mold, this cross mold, into a candle, I use a skewer like this. Now you want to make sure that it has a really nice point. Can you see that? These are just what I use in my kitchen. I have chicken skewers because we grill a lot. And so I will take my skewer like this and I go to the center. I can't turn this up, but I'll go to the center from the bottom and I'll poke the hole all the way through into the top. And then I'll take, this is a longer, we actually sell these on a Maker Studio. It has this little weighted base. And then I just go on and thread the wick where I punctured it all the way through. And then that way it sticks out the top. Then I trim it at the bottom and I trim it at the top before I release it. Now, I will tell you, when I am doing my wax, if you use the beeswax, it's going to look kind of clear. So it's always good to be able to add white pigment to the wax, and then that way you have a white candle. If you want to have a pink candle, if you want to have a green candle, whatever color you want to be, just add your pigments to it. About a teaspoon of my pigment to a large thing of my wax. And I'll just do it on a double boiler, mix it up, and then I'm good to go. All right, so after it sets, then that way, at least 2 hours, let it cool down. You can pop it in the freezer if you want to, if you're making the candles, and then you'll release it. All right, so I'm going to set this off to the side. And I'm going to show you once it's hardened, then that way, all you're going to do is you'll release it from the mold, and then you're going to have this sweet little cross like this. Look at the thickness of it. It's really nice and thick. It's a substantial piece. That way it can stand up on your bookcase. You can lay it on top of a book. It makes a great paperweight. If you want, now I will tell you, you can come back if you're wanting, if any of those of you that are watching this, you want to make Easter trees, you can do them with their eggs. We have all of our, all of the egg molds that we have, the cookie molds. Guys, we have the cutest wooden Easter bunny molds that you can make cookies and everything with your kids and your grandkids and your neighbors that you need to check out on a Maker Studio. They're absolutely fabulous. But if you're wanting to be able to make a hole in the top, you can just put a skewer or a dowel in it as it starts to set up. And then that way you'll be able to thread it with some ribbon before it hardens. So that way you could hang these on your Easter trees. These would be adorable ornaments, anything you want to do. And these are great to decoupage as well. All right, so I'm going to show you, and this was something that I had fun doing, is our flowers. And a lot of people don't realize that we have these, but these are vacuum sealed. So that way they will last forever. They have been dehydrated. And I'm going to cut this where you can see. I absolutely love working with these, with our resin molds, with our clear resin. I love making them with cards. Now you'll see after you take out the outside, it's going to be a little card that also has a plastic top on it that holds all these adorable flowers together. All right, so now I'm going to go in and lay this down. I want to make sure that you can see what I'm doing. Guys, as you pop on here, say hey. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Tell me what neck of the woods that you're watching from. I'm curious, how's your weather today? We've got terrible weather here in Santa Rosa Beach. All right, so now I'm going to be working with our copycat. Now, there's so many different functions with this. This will actually act as an image transfer. You can take copies, Xerox copies. You can copy on your copy printer at home. You can transfer imagery with this. I have a whole lot of videos about this, but it also works well in being able to use it even as decoupage. So I'm going to go on. I've poured a little bit of my copycat up in a cup, and I'm going to brush some of this on. It acts also as a glue. So I'm just using an artist brush. I'm going to do just a little bit, not too much. And then I want it to come to what we call a tack after about a minute. That way it's got a little bit of tack to it, and it's not too wet so things aren't moving around too much. I'm just cleaning out my brush out of water. This is a water soluble, so you can clean it with soap and water. And now I'm going to take flowers. I liked staying primarily in pink and white. And I'm going to start to lay this down. Now, one thing that you'll notice as I'm laying these down, it's going to be, some of the flowers are just going to fall to the side, and that is perfectly all right. What I do is I come back with my copycat and I'll literally come down to the sides and just get it to where all of that is on here. That's what I've done here. So that way it's all attached, it's not coming off, and it's actually sealed. So wouldn't this be like an adorable little gift to give someone? All right, so now let's go on and lay some more down. I just love, 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 love all these beautiful pinks. If you want to come back and add a little bit of greenery, you can. My personal preference is I just like working with these pinks. I just think they're so fun and happy. So now I'm going to come back and I'm just going to hold it and I'm going to start to brush the copycat on top of my flowers. What this is going to do, it's going to seal it. It's going to seal it. It's going to give it just a little bit of sheen and protection. And after it is kind of set up, it's kind of blowing away. I'll start, after about 5 minutes, I'm going to take the sides of my flowers and I'm going to start to lay it down to the side and have it to where it will be attached. Like that. And just start to work your way around. You know, if you have a ladies group, maybe you help in a Bible study, or maybe you have a ladies group, or maybe you have a bunco group, or maybe there's some ladies that you've wanted to get together. You know what you could do? You could make the crosses, or you could make the crosses, have those ready, and then that way you could show everybody how they could decoupage them, how they could do their fresh flowers on them. They're dried flowers, not fresh. And that way you're able to kind of sit around and you can all make something, and then you'll have the memory of being able to be together. I think that makes it a lot more fun. So basically, I'm just going to work my way around and allow this to start to set up. Work with each flower, making sure that it's sealed. And then see, after it kind of sets up, it's very easy to lay these down to the side. Just takes a minute for it to start to dry. That way you don't have them sticking out crazy on you. Let's come back. I love. Now, one thing that I'm thinking more about composition right now. See how I did this darker red flower underneath this lighter one? I want it to feel fairly light. You don't want to put a really dark predominant color on the very top unless maybe you used it strategically in the center. But I like the layering aspect of it. Again, I have to let this kind of set up. Guys, as you pop on here, tell me hello. I hope you had a great weekend. And we have made all of our things available for you, all of our Easter molds, our bunnies, our cookie cutters, all of that. They're great, and they're all individually available now. And what we have done, we are introducing our cross mold today, but we're giving it away. You can't buy it. So you can take advantage of the clearance. You can take advantage of the discounts. You can use the discount codes. And it's Easter 25. So the items like the eco powder that I'm working with today, the pigments, the red, all these things, the copycat, you're going to get 25% off. Take advantage of the clearance. And then guess what? When you buy $75, I'm going to give you this cross mold. So that way it will turn out like this. I just thought it was so much fun. It's so easy to work with. I liked working with the resin as well. You're going to pour down just a little bit of resin in your mold and then lay in your flowers. And I like painting the back, but it's just a totally different look. It makes for a really cute paperweight. But again, I use these baking. You can make adorable cookies, or if you didn't see this earlier, you can also make candles. It has so much versatility for you with all of the different projects that you can do. So hopefully, let me get this all worked out. Hopefully that kind of gets you excited about being able to theme out Easter for what its true meaning is. I don't know about y'all, and I'm curious in the comments, is Easter like your favorite holiday? I mean, one, it's spring, it's going to be summer, the weather is fabulous, and just knowing the whole meaning of Easter, being able to participate in Lent, getting up to Easter, and then think about being able to make these adorable little crosses. Maybe if you want to go to your favorite nursery, being able to get a potted plant, put this in the potted plant. Don't you love that idea? Love it. Love, love, love. That way it's made it special. They know that, or maybe the flowers or a lily. I used to go buy lilies and take them to neighbors. How fun would it be? Hold on, let me show you. To maybe put some green moss like this around your potted plant, or maybe you're forging amaryllis, or maybe you're forging paperweights, or whatever flower that you like, and being able to have that so where you're putting this in the greenery and giving that as your gift to your neighbor or whoever. I love that idea. So I hope you enjoy this adorable cross mold that we're going to give away to everybody that purchases $75 or more, and you can't buy it. And there's only 50 available. So for the first 50 people today that place their order on a Maker Studio, we're going to be sending this to you absolutely free as our gift. So I hope everybody has fun planning for Easter. Make this your holiday. Make it one that you can entertain, that you can have people over and be able to really share the story that Jesus Christ died for our sins and gave us eternal life. And it's a way to be able to share your faith as well and love on people. I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy Monday, everybody. Share this video, tag some good friends. Your name will go in for a drawing because we're going to be giving away one of these cross molds. I love you guys. Bye.